Something will go wrong. It always goes wrong. It's a wedding. It's supposed to go wrong. Here are three things that will go wrong at your wedding, but if you watch the whole video, you can actually prevent it from going on. Let's jump into it. Number one, first thing that will go wrong is something will run late or someone will be late. Who is this person? Can you kind of decipher who it's going to be? Yes, you can. It's almost always going to be your makeup artist. Your makeup artist will probably run late. And the way you can ensure that this doesn't happen is to tell your makeup artist, like, hey, we are doing a first look at 1 p.m. and you need to be done by noon. So I have time to put on my dress, get those photos so I can be out by 1. Absolutely needs to be done by 1 or by noon. And if you maybe don't entirely trust your makeup artist, do a trial run for your engagement shoot with the same makeup artist to see, hey, is she respectful or is he respectful? Is she going to finish on time? Or is she one of those people that says, I'll finish by 11, but she's really done at 12:30 because you need to fire that person? Sorry, but not sorry. If your makeup artist runs on time, your photographer actually might run late because photographers oftentimes don't care about other people. So, what's going to happen is you're possibly going to take photos after your ceremony, and your planner is going to say you guys have 45 minutes, and your photographer is going to take 50 minutes or an hour, or it's going to be like, hey, the lighting's perfect. So, we have to just keep on going. And that's how photographers sound. I'm a photographer myself, obviously, so I try to always respect the timeline. And if the bride and groom want to run later, then so be it. We'll run later, but I don't want to be the person that's going against the planner and the timeline and the flow of the day. I've been shooting weddings for over 15 years and I've seen it all. But another one that actually kind of happens quite frequently is the officiant arriving late. So the officiant is only there for like an hour, right? So they think, hey, the wedding's at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. I'll get there half an hour before because I'm only getting paid X amount of dollars. Why do I need to get there 2 hours earlier? And if the officiant is not seasoned and not experienced, they may not be aware of the venue. Therefore, they're not aware of the traffic because traffic is a real thing in SoCal. Even after COVID, you're not allowed to say it on YouTube because of algorithm reasons. Even after that, traffic has opened back up. It's almost the end of 2023, so traffic's back to normal. So you have to give yourself 2 times the time to get somewhere. So if it takes 30 minutes, you have to give yourself an hour just in case there's traffic. So if your efficient is possibly, maybe you read somewhere that they run late, tell your efficient, like, hey, we need to absolutely start on time because there's so many things happening after the wedding. It's not one of those that ends at 10 p.m. and you can come an hour late and we're still good. No, 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 buddy. You better get there on time. Let's go to number two. The second thing that will go wrong at your wedding is you will forget photos with your special people that you've always wanted photos with. So you'll probably get the photos with mom and dad. You'll probably get the photos with your siblings. You'll probably get your photos with grandparents, but you may not get that one that you wanted with your mom or that one you wanted with your dad or the silly ones you wanted with just siblings or the cousin ones or just with your favorite uncle. Those are the ones that you often miss. And that's why you need to come up not with a shot list because you don't want 75 different combinations on a list to give to your planner or photographer because it's going to drive them nuts. What you want is come up with five photos that you absolutely want for 5 people that you want photos with that are likely going to be forgotten. So if you want one with just grandma, give that to your memory. Or if you want one with just the cousins, give that to your memory. You're probably going to get mom and dad ones, but try to think of the ones that if you have a special coworkers one, that's often forgotten. Make a mental note like, hey, I got to get one with just my coworkers or just my boss because I actually invited them here and I want my raise, so I got to get that photo to deliver to them the next week. The third thing that is often forgotten at a wedding by brides and grooms is you will not dance enough. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you may have a 2, 3, 4 hour chunk in there to dance where the DJ is supposed to be spinning music to get people dancing, and you're not doing like toast or eating or cake cutting or that kind of stuff. So, why do you forget to dance? Well, either A, you're brought out to take photos maybe with guests, or someone wants to talk to you, congratulate you, give you a gift, things like that that actually deter people from staying on the dance floor, the bride and groom from staying on the dance floor. Or you might go out to get a drink and then someone pulls you to the side and you start talking. Keep your focus on making it back to the dance floor to dance. Even if your feet hurt, even if you're tired, go grab a Red Bull, go grab an energy drink, and just come back. You don't want to miss out on the dancing part because that is often some of the most fun part about the wedding when you're dancing and you want to dance with other people. If there's kids there, you may want to dance with the kids, and kids often pass out earlier, don't make it to the end of the night. That's why you want to get those combinations. Or elderly. Elderly sometimes don't stay, oftentimes don't stay to the end of the night, or they only come out for a little bit to dance, and you don't want to be somewhere else when it's that 10 or 15 minutes they make it out to dance. You want to also make a mental note of perhaps people you want to dance with. Like if you want to dance with your grandma, make a mental note of that. So if she's sitting down, you pull her up and you make sure she's there when you're there so you don't miss that dancing part. And with your significant other, your newly husband, your new wife, you want to dance with them. You want to get as many shots, slow dances, fast dances, your favorite songs. You guys don't want to be away when your favorite song comes up because your DJ probably isn't going to play the same song twice because it makes them look bad, and they're not going to do it unless you directly, as a bride or groom, go up to them and say, "Hey, we miss dancing to Who Let the Dogs Out. Can you please play that again? We really want to dance to that song." So that's the third thing I think most brides and grooms get wrong on their wedding day. So let's recap it. Someone's always running late, so make sure you have a timeline and you leave a cushion in place for that. Number two, you will forget about photos to take with your special people. So make a mental note of 3 to 5 people you absolutely want to get photos with. And the last but not least, you will forget to dance enough. So make another mental note of that to get the combinations of dances in there and spend time on your dance floor. This is your night. You don't want to let the guests be the ones dancing the whole time and your wedding film is just going to be them. You guys aren't going to be in it. So make sure you make the cut of your own wedding film and are in the majority of those shots. This was Arash over at Rugged Productions. Thank you for watching, and I hope your wedding goes well.